Hey, Pete216 Date here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at the brand new Star Wars Jedi Survivor on the Steam Deck. Jedi Survivor is the eagerly anticipated sequel to the fantastic Jedi Fallen Order Star Wars game that was released way back in 2019. And it's one of my personal all-time favourite games, having completed it 5 times from start to finish over the past few years. And I'd probably say it's in my top 5 games of all time. Jedi Survivor has had fantastic reviews this week from critics, and it's currently sitting at 86% on Metacritic. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So having a PS5 as well as the awesome Steam Deck, I was really in two minds this week whether to pre-order the Steam version to play natively or to buy the PS5 version and then remote play using the fantastic Chiaki for Deck app. PC ports over the last few months have really underperformed performance-wise, with the latest example being the fiasco that was The Last of Us Part 1 PC port being an absolute broken mess. With that in mind, I eventually decided to go with the PS5 version and remote play with the Chiaki for Deck app. And I'll tell you what, I'm so glad I did, as so many Steam purchases of the game reported yesterday that yes, this game is the latest in a long line of recent games where the performance on PC and Steam Deck is terrible, with one Steam Deck owner feeding back that the game just cannot do over 24 frames per second, which is insane. So running the game through the Chiaki for Deck app, Star Wars Jedi Survivor plays amazing on the Steam Deck, running at a very smooth 60 frames per second most of the time. And the graphics on this sequel compared to Fallen Order is a very noticeable upgrade. I say mostly smooth 60 frames per second on the performance mode setting. The game launched with technical issues even on the PS5 and Xbox, never mind the PC, with many reviewers highly praising the actual game, but noting that at launch there are several bugs and performance issues that will take 4 to 6 weeks worth of patches to fix at the earliest. In my first hour-and-a-half playthrough on the epic first level, the gameplay and story are amazing, but I did notice frame rate drops quite frequently, but thankfully no hard crashes have occurred for me personally as of yet. Star Wars Jedi Survivor picks up 5 years after the events of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Cal Kestis, our protagonist, must stay one step ahead of the evil Empire's constant pursuit as he continues to feel the weight of being one of the last remaining Jedi in the galaxy. The Guardian, who gave it a full 5 out of 5 stars, noted that it might not quite match the narrative prowess of BioWare's Knights of the Old Republic, but Jedi Survivor has so much else going for it. Whether you're tracking down optional bounty hunters, solving the puzzles in those Jedi temples, or searching for Kobo's many obscure thoroughfares for character upgrades, the game's tactile controls and precisely balanced challenge make it consistently rewarding. Meanwhile, its biggest moments rival anything that games like God of War or Elden Ring can throw at you. Be assured, this is a Star Wars game you've been looking for. NME, with another 5 out of 5 review, concluded that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is the best action adventure released in 2023 so far, and it has a confidence to its world it totally manages to back up by how fun it is to play. A must play, perhaps the best action game of the generation so far. And finally, VJC summarised that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is Star Wars at its very best. A thrilling adventure with a stellar cast tied together with smart, expansive combat and huge new worlds to explore. VJC highlighted, like many reviewers have, that the performance issues on the PS5 version, but despite that, it's easily one of the best Star Wars games ever made and only makes us want more tales from the adventures of Cal Kestis and BD1. So there we have it. I think it's safe to say that if you're thinking of getting Star Wars Jedi Survivor, then I wouldn't really recommend buying it on Steam to play on PC or natively on the Steam Deck, at least not for the time being until they've released all the patches to make it run much smoother, which may take a few weeks or even a couple of months. Instead, if you do have a PS5 or Xbox Series S or X, then buy one of those. And if you do then want to play it on the Steam Deck, then use Remote Play, with Chiaki for Deck being the best for PS5 and Greenlight being the best for Xbox Remote Play. This channel only launched 2 weeks ago, so if you enjoyed this video, then please consider giving us a like and subscribe so we can get our first milestone of 100 subscribers, which would be awesome. And finally, in the comments below, I'll personally reply to as many of you amazing people as possible. So please let us know, are you planning to buy Star Wars Jedi Survivor? What are your experiences of the game if you've got it on the PS5 or Xbox, Steam Deck or PC? Well, that's it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.